Greetings, everyone. Please give a moment to make sure everything's set on. Waiter is going. Kick is going. YouTube thumbnail is up to date. Twitch appears to be going. Oh, it is going. Looks like everything's going good. Please give another moment to double check my other computer. Looks like everything's going good. So let's go and get started. Don't have too many replays. I was half hoping that with me pushing back a little bit, I was able to get more replays, but not so much. But it's a little bit too sensitive. Greetings, everyone, and Great here for another Age of Empires 3 replay. Spawning in this direction as the orange Chinese. This is Nomad Mad. We have the Studio Loop. Spawn as the red Japanese. We have Wagasliko. And spawn as the red, or no, that's still red. Spawn as the blue Ottomans. We have Saint Fu. Spawn as the yellow Aztecs with Tigras, Revla, Rucladora. Spawn as the Cyan French, and spawn as the Magenta Indians. We have the Code Fender. So we got 3v3 on Nomad map. Town center starting being deployed on the field. There's some hurdles on the map. We got some sheep. They can be very fluffy. And for our natives of the map, we do have, looks like the Kree, which can give you access to Kree trackers, a skirmisher, a Kree Chorused Boys, a French villager variant. Let's see over here, we do have the more Kree. Looks like there's just 4 settlements of Kree. When it comes to the upgrades, I guess, since there's only 1 Kree, we got all hit points increased by 5%, or at least all infantry and cavalry, I should say. Kree kinship. Reduce native warrior build time and the native villager build time by 45%. And Kree woven cloth can use to reduce the cost and construction time of buildings, reducing their food, wood, and coin, and their production cost by 25%. Wonders get a plus 25% build time to even out. Let's take a quick look at decks. I'm not going to really go in depth unless I see something fancy. Probably just focus on team cards. We do have Team Tron Dio improved villagers and efficient boats gathering rate by 8% for your entire team. That's actually pretty nice. Since with 2 teammates, that will effectively increase your team's collection rate by potentially 24% in a team collective. I don't see other team cards. We do, of course, have some. Looks like it's a defensive Japanese. We got the Kill Castle. We got the extensive fortifications. Yeah, it looks like defensive Japanese with even. Wait, they can get terraced hillsides? I thought that was like a Incan card. Huh. Guess the Japanese can get that as well. Japan used terracing for the French. Got quite a bit of Age 1 cards. What's this card? Brings a French explorer in combat, allows them to heal units, and gives a powerful canine combatant. Not probably that's gonna be an Age 1 card if it was balanced. Couriers move fast and do more damage to treasure guardians. That is worthless. French Tycoon. The deck is Tycoon. Overall, I'm not too impressed by the French deck. For the Aztecs era, let's see. course, got the high field exilization, make your warrior priest and war chief better. It makes your warrior priest collect better at the Mini Plaza, not bad. Does get the 3 warrior priest cards, and maybe you're going to use warrior priest to get the warrior priest. Got native card. We've got the fencing school. So infantry deck for the faction can only deploy out infantry. And we actually got Aztec fortifications here. For the temples, we got the Kairona Temple and the Igorona Temple. So he's going for a shock deck. Standard fast fortress for the Indian player who has gotten good faith agreements. I don't see any team cards. Got plenty of Uromi Swordsman. But it looks like an elephant deck if I were to hazard a poor guess. For the Chinese player, we do have the beginner deck selected. What's this card? Commodities Market. Shifts the market rickshaw, improves the sell rates and buy rates. So better sell rates with a slightly better buy rates. Huh, so it's more of a weighted towards sell. At what point can how many cards can affect market stuff? Is there some sort of weird build where one civilization can get really good sell rates to the point where it becomes potentially even profitable? That are not the Italians and their unique Lombards. Got Taj Mahal put out here, which gives them the ceasefire, as well as some coin pawn shipment. For the Autumn player, we got a deck named Aggro. No team cards as well. Quartermaster being researched up, and we're back to the Japanese. So most players don't really have a full-on team deck with a lot of team cards. Over the Japanese player goes, he probably should have actually gone for a team Nido sooner, quicker rather than later, because that would benefit his entire team. And it looks like he already has gone for one card of the Sawmill. I sort of disagree with that. I think he should have gone for the team collection rate, because after all, this improves his own collection rate by 20%, but this will effectively improve his entire team by 24% for all resources. A ruin of the first lost city of Cibola contains 415 food. Eagle Scout does spot the consulate. We do now the age up here. The Toshogu Shrine has been deployed on out, which is a basic ×2 shrine. And now we do have the Cherry Blossom Festival now being researched. Model players now advance the Commerce Age. Chinese players the last one to advance the Commerce Age, and that is Orange. Let's take a look at the Chinese player. Got multiple cards being shipped on in, including Land Grab. He's going to now start his age up. Huh. I wonder how much research he's got in field. Also, currently has nothing. Wait. That's not the okay, that's just a standard export rate. Fortune Tower now being employed in the field. Got a round of Coyote Runners, very nice. Though against the Ottomans, the Coyote Runners are not going to be super great, except if he goes for Albus Guns, those are light infantry. Because I just think in my mind, the Ottoman player can only build heavy infantry from the barracks. Janissaries would be good, Azaps would be good, as well as Fusiliers would be good, Nazim Fusiliers. In this case, he has gone for the Artillery Foundry, so the Coyote Runners are a good item against that. If he deploys that out, we're not going to talk about this upgrade he's going for. And we do also have Stagecoach being researched by Blue as well. He has one trade post here. And this trade post would be a full 360 around the map, so this will improve everybody. So he is going for trade. Stagecoach will affect all players on the map that who has a trade post in the field. If I'm reading that correctly. Let's just wait for it to be upgraded. Going for a round of Obelisk guns. Coyote's runners would be a good counter to that. He's going for a round of Hurlocas. And yep, that appears to be one giant trade route. His unique Grenadier is also heavy infantry, but unlike other heavy infantries, they are not good against shock or cavalry. And so, Coyote runners will be equally as good against them as well. So, Aztecs Coyote runners, good option. Japanese player just played out a round of something. Got a round of Naginata Riders. We do have another sheeple still over here I can see on the map. Trying to highlight him. There he is. I was trying to get the audio effect, but wrong game. You now have the extensive fortifications now being researched. Red is not pushing forward with his Naginata Riders, as well as the Ottoman Obelisk guns. Let's see, what does the Aztec player has? Well, has a shipment available, going for warrior priests. He appears to be 6 warrior priests here. He actually has 7. You can't rally them. I really wish you could have the ability to rally them onto the fire pit, because that would be very nice, honestly. As well as some of the other cards is like if you have it can auto cast to something else if you have it maxed out. That's something I really wish the Aztecs get as well for the warrior priests. And those 2 quality life changes would be great for the Aztecs. Got Obelisk guns here, hitting some Coyote runners. They do 60% less damage versus shock infantry, such as the Coyote runners. We got some delis here, and a cavalry that hits pretty fast. So Coyote runners will be relatively equal footing versus them. No bonus damage, no negative damage. We do also got some bandit riflemen doing 40 base damage, which is pretty good units to convert. And of course a bandit rider, which does a 14. Probably been better to kill them off. I think it's better for the Aztecs to kill off the treasure guardians than trying to convert any of them, because the double experience aura I value more than their pitiful lives. And we got this Grenadier, also going to be hacked apart by Coyote runners. Or settler improvement complete. Who on earth that's for, I have no idea. And now we do see the Coyote tactics getting through the Coyote runners increase hit points and speed. Now the base speed is 6.88, which is pretty fast. And a little bit extra health never hurts as well. He's maxed out on Warrior Priest right now. Once he realizes it, he can task on to something else. I like the Mine Calendar shipment myself. As a great way just to start getting age up without really collecting resources for it. Though the experience right now is not half bad as well. 11 experience per second is very nice. Right now, I don't know what he should go for. Nothing. Actually, no. High Priest Exilton may be pretty good right now for a shipment. It make his Warrior Priest work even better. 10% more effective, effectively giving him +1 experience per second. Which is okay, honestly. Does take up oranges. What's it called? Warrior Priest? Warrior Monk? I forget what it's called. Blue, red, and orange, not being aggressive. The only person being aggressive on the field right now is just yellow. Cyan is booming up. Cyan scores a little bit low. We do have a fort being put on the Cyan player. Let's take a look at the French player. What is he eyeing? Villagers. Honestly, the French player being in the middle and just economic boom is probably a good idea. The Indian player, however, is going for a good number of elephants. And we do got a number of Gurkhas here. The Aztec player has 3 shipments available. He's aging up, so we'll go for a number of good things. Ruthlessness allows your priority runners to get bonus damage versus villagers, as well as the slingers and the Puma spearmen, which is not bad. 50% increased bonus damage. Allows you to hit those villagers a little bit harder and faster, effectively negating their damage resistance they have to melee. Coyote's taking out the rest of these guys. We got some Janissaries just firing away at long range. And something else as well, everybody on the north side of the map has now aged up. Everybody on the southern side of the map has not aged up. He's aged up, has 3 shipments available. Not that great there, honestly. I think this card is a little bit weak. But the Coyote Temple will probably not be that bad, which will give him plus 15% ranged armor. They have right now 10%. Plus 15% is, well, 25%. When you start armor stacking, it does really add up. Of course, you can't get pushed to ludicrous levels. He has plenty of coin right now. Is he going for a fast? I think he's going for a fast industrial. He has tech entry. Mass producing Skull Knights is pretty good. Though he doesn't really have no stuff here. He does have Night Combat, which does affect the Skull Knights, but it's a 1 card, doesn't get the other Night Combat stuff. And now I got the Ruthlessness, which allows Kyrunners to hit villagers even harder. But he has not been aggressive with his current Kyrunners runners to really warrant that card. Right now, just doesn't. He has not been hitting his, even tempting his opponent's villagers, so that card's just not that useful right now. He's going for the Vitality for faster villager production speed. He should have enough resources to age up, right? Yeah, he does. Maybe a good idea to do the fast age up. We do have farms out here. There's plenty of huntables on the field. The thing about the farms as well, they are also act as livestock pens, very useful. Additionally, you can only get 1 round of food research as the natives from the market. You have to go for the farm and plantation to get your food and gold and advanced food and gold research. Magenta has built up quite a sizable army. He's now going for the various farm research. The Indian player is going for some stuff. Only player is not age 3 yet is Orange, who's walled himself in and gone for rice paddies. Not making usage of the local fauna, though there are some eagle coyote runners here, so maybe I was mistaken. Maybe he did slice apart some villagers. They're not, don't receive their veteran research yet. So they're not super difficult to deal with. Look at this army. This is a sizable army right there. Kashyyyks, which will be good against the Coyote Runners. Step Riders, which will be equal to Coyote Runners. Chuko News, which will be ineffective against Coyote Runners. And Queen Pikeman, which will be effective against Coyote Runners. Dawn for the British Ally has a bit of import stockpiled up. He can or export stockpiled up. You can trade the export for a bit of an import in the form of units, of course. Of course, can age up. Autumn player's not doing a whole much either. Red's now pushing forward. Or maybe not. Industrial age for the Aztec. We'll see some Eagle Warriors. Not Eagle Warriors. Skull Knights. He is going for the native villagers. He's not going for the Great Campania, which affects both the farms and plantations, which is a pretty nice card. The Aztecs can get some decent farm upgrades and plantation upgrades. Because, believe it or not, the Aztecs had really good farming historically. You know as well, if you read the fine print for fencing school, it does not affect Skull Knights and it does not affect Warrior Priests. It doesn't say plus, that is just simply so they build at normal rates at the community plaza. I made that mistake myself. I referred that as like, oh, it affects them? Yes, it negatively affects them. Knight hit points being researched as well. Oh, he had that one as well. So he has 2 of the knight upgrades. He needs to cancel knight hit points, just go straight for knight combat. Knight combat just that, but better. Price is good. Got some Eagle Runner Knights being put on the field, which are similar to light cavalry. This is the Aztec trade post. He could go for this one here to get more of the local natives as villagers. Skull Knights are still my favorite unit in the game, followed by the heavy cannon. Another person advanced industrial, both the Indian player. Let's see, Tremere Gates, which is the faster collection rate one, if I remember correctly. Nope, that's not. And not sure what this other one is. Oh, the Aztec player backed out of the game. Maybe crashed. Maybe lost connection. The French, what's the Frenchie doing? It's not looking good for the Indian player. I think he crashed. If he's confused, like, the Aztec player is in a great position, but everybody's now sort of progressing to the next age. The French player is running a little behind, going with some falconets. He doesn't have a whole lot of coin or any coin income at the moment. Indian player is going for Honored Gurkhas, the guard upgrade for the Gurkhas. Chinese players going for villagers. Sounds pretty fitting. Red, blue, and orange have all set up some walls, and blue has fortified his walls, and even taking time to place walls next to the road. Not a big surprise. And right now, yellow has also these trade posts, so there's no way to get rid of them. Maybe if somebody is out of the game, those trade posts should just be randomly assigned to a teammate, or they just get demolished. Or maybe the teammates can click a button and claim them. There was some that mechanics say in Ashes Singularity, where you can just simply claim territory from the AI ally. Magenta starting to persuade forward, has a good number of Gurkhas. It also brings him some Ottoman allies. Purple is persuade forward. Purple is attacking, you're not. Malhout Lancers are heavy elephants. They do good, a little bit of good AoE. Some of the Grenadiers, a little bit less than Grenadiers, just good AoE. Their base damage is pretty high. They're great versus infantry, not okay versus heavy infantry, so Chukunos get annihilated. Their siege damage is 470. And for a, 7-pop unit, that is roughly 17 damage per siege damage, so there's some of actually Grenadiers. But that structure quick goes on down. And the losing wonders like that is quite important. Some of the villagers not going down, Magenta's straightforward, Gurkhas engaging this various stuff. These are cavalry archers, which will see bonus damage from the Gurkhas. We do also have a number of the Yumi archers here, who are unupgraded, and I got some Ashigaru musketeers as well. They're also unupgraded. Red coats straightforward. I thought I saw some AZAPs within his composition, but he may have lost them all. Magenta's just now storming way forward. Once there's a stampede of elephants, it's hard to stop them. The 7 population for 1,600 health, which is, about 100 health per, 170 health per pop, which is not too terribly bad. In comparison, the redcoats have more health per pop. The biggest thing what makes the elephants good is, statistically, they're not too high for the population cost. But they do have 47 damage and 2 AoE, and the health to get into range, so that's why they do perform so well. They're simply bulky enough to do maintain the damage of their good damage. Magenta has pushed away forward. Cyan has so far not pushed away forward. Chinese player has no resource at the moment, trying to go for more banner armies and Mongolian Scourge. We do have the Autumn player trying to go for more delis, but does have, looks like 3 production queues. Actually, no, just 2 production queues, and he's actually maxed out on villagers at the moment. 45 out of 45. Japanese player is trying to go for way or hill castle and some mortars. Try to get some defensive keeps. He had like a more of a defensive deck for a Japanese player. These elephants are breaking on the way full through, taking some severe damage, however. But it is that point where just keep on cleaving your opponent's space is probably a good idea. The Frenchman is eyeing for more villagers, has some dragoons. Cyan starting to stream in some unit support out. Magenta. Aztecs out of the game. And the Indian player is going for more elephants and more Gurkhas. The shipment of wood has 3 shipments available. Not a lot of food at the moment, has a lot of amount of coins, so maybe a good idea to go for the higher Indian Jats. Yep, so this will, Indian Jat Lancers, we'll give them 8 Jat Lancers and 1 of their wives. There's also +1, oh yeah, that's just the +1 villager picks. These elephants push away forward, gain some damage. Chinese player has 12 villagers, make that less villagers now. The Autumn player has 45 and has not fixed that. And the Japanese player does have 35. While the Frenchman, who hasn't done much, has 76. So the Frenchman has more villagers than all their opponents combined at the moment. Aztecs. And the Indian player does have 50 as well. So overall, the northern team just has a great economy. It may be 2v3, it may be mostly a 1v1, but Team North side is doing good work and just lost his cherry orchard there. Mortar's not going to do crap versus these elephants. They're doing eventually 23 damage. Mine times by 0.4. Flaming arrows don't do any negative damage versus cavalry, but they don't do any bonus damage either. Yeah, it looks like Team North side is disintegrating. Science pushing forward quite a bit of artillery. Slowly taking out some of these other structures. And look at all those villagers going on down. They don't have any increased cell at the moment. They didn't really need it until now, but even then, a couple more hits won't really stop the rampaging elephants. The Frenchman's still at 8, now finally going to H4, going for the Tycoon. And looks like the Chinese player does back the game. The Autumn player backs the game, and the Japanese player backs the game. This is Adam Grade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. A relatively simple game to start out with. A little bit of slower eco game, team game. Shame the Aztec player back the game, but it looks like they were going to win the game pretty handily. The Indian player just basically did a 3v1. The Frenchman didn't really show up to do much work. Too sensitive. Much better. Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another Age of Empires 3 replays. On the south side as the blue French, we have Captain Mazen. On the north side as the red Japanese, we have Can Kill 007. Doesn't mean he can kill. Agent 007, or does that mean he... Yeah, that's probably what that means. I'm not sure what's going with that joke. When it comes to natives of the map, we do have the House of Yagalan, which can be accessed to Lipkar Tatars and Shock Riders. And for the others, we have the House of Hasbro. It gives you some funny looking infantry, some funny looking lion infantry, and some funny looking horses. No deck selected by other player just yet. Looks like you have the Japanese explorers engaging. And it looks like he does stab him with a Divine Strike. Marie Antoinette, she's going to lose her head. And looks like Japanese players meeting over the Portuguese allies. And the Japanese player does like a deck. It is a foreign name. We got the Heavenly Kami, Enlisted Irregulars, Villagers Wood Coin, Yumi Archers, Yumi Archer Attack, Ashigaru Musketeers, Ashigaru Musketeer Attack, blah. Diplomatic Intrigue, I cannot speak right now. Daimyo Mototada, Chariot Archers, more Villagers, Wood Coin, Yumi Archers, Ashigaru Musketeers, Close Combat, Naginata Riders, Naginata Riders Hit Points, Bloody Harvest, Flaming Arrows, more Ashigaru Musketeers, more Flaming Arrows, and Shogun Tokugawa. For the French, we got Alataki, butchered that like I do with any other name in this game. It does include Villagers, Economic 3, more Villagers, Wood Coin, Crossbowmen, Range Infantry points, Hussars, Hand Cavalry hit points, Wilderness Warfare, Edicts and Nanith, Irish Brigadiers, Wood Coin, Skirmishers, Cuirassiers, Cavalry Combat, Dragoons, Falconets, Refrigeration, more Villagers, Heavy Cannon, Factory. And he is aging up with the Quartermaster. Japanese player has a shipment available. Not going for anything at the moment. Local doggo does go down. Found 2 stray sheep. You can leave those sheep to glory. These sheep will fall to the ends of the earth. A peace treaty worth nothing. Hunting doggos being researched. Japanese player's not aged up. Japanese player has no food at the moment. He's going for a shrine boom, isn't he? That may not be a good idea. We got the unbearable bears now being engaged. He needs to focus around the bears. We do not have an upgrade or aging up with the Toshugu Shrine, which is being deployed out. Oh wait, I'm looking at the wrong player. Right up here, which will of course give him 2-inch export upon completion, which he may be utilizing to use. He's rapidly trying to age up. He knows he has a late age up time compared to his opponent. His opponent is now going for a very fine coat, steel traps, and more villagers, and shipment of wood. Looks like Red did perhaps pause the game. Armor stage now complete. Do got Ronald Pikeman being blown in the field, which is also good torch damage. Of course, got the two cherry orchards being hard to play in the field. It gets that food income. Brian's not going up. Ah, that's why. He's going for the pikemen there just to tip fire to these shrines. When I play Aztecs, I sort of do the same thing as well with the big button raiding party Jaguar warriors. They'll smoke bomb away, and that shrine will go down. This shrine has not been started, so it cannot be destroyed. Got more shrines over here. And right now, what's it? The Heavenly Kami increased the collection rate, auto collection rate of the shrines, as well as reduce their costs. The shrines right now, their base cost like 140, right? So this will reduce their cost down to 75. Would cost minus 20% off. So they only cost 100 then. Maybe I got confused. Yeah, I think I got confused with the British Manor. Or the Conchi House. Pikemen torching these down as well, very nice. Or at least the French. Not nice for the Japanese. There's also getting a bit of experience to kill them. 50 experience, nothing too significant, but nice to have. Use about 50 experience way to get a shipment. So, he'll soon have enough experience to get another shipment. Got a round of crossbows spawn field. Most of the time, the Japanese player goes for Ashigaru Musketeers. The crossbows help engage them. They're not a great counter to heavy infantry. They only have plus 25% head damage versus heavy, but not a bad counter either. When the explorers do smoke bomb away, it will take a bit of time for crossbowmen to torch down a what's called a shrine with a really poor siege damage. The Explorer does have not great damage either. Pikemen do have much more respectable 32. Actually, not respectable, but excellent. Ashigaru Musketeers not being floored on out. Gotta spot these shrines there. May want to kind of torch those down. Crossbows may want to just push forward and engage the musketeers. Let the pikemen take out these shrines. Now the Frenchman's eyeing the age up of the Exile Prince. That shrine does go down. Musketeers push forward. There's not a whole large number of crossbows here. They were going through 20 damage per shot versus 24 damage of the Musketeers. They also have less health. Their primary benefit is their 4 additional range and cheaper cost, of course. Pikemen can be backing out off. Their melee damage is worse than Musketeers' melee damage, strangely enough. The big thing about the skirmish, the pikemen, they're just primarily just a support unit. Good to support anti-cav efforts, good to support anti-structure efforts. Explorer will take some severe damage, but can use the Explorer to cover the retreat of the pikemen. The Explorer ransom is only 100 gold as opposed to pikemen costing 80. And so it's better to lose the one Explorer than a good number of pikemen. I suppose it's technically 200 resources if you think about it. You pay 100 gold, but you give that gold to your opponent. So it's more of a 200 resource exchange between the two players. Got a round of young guard now being put on the field. We got some sort of arrow shipment there. Not sure what that was. Going for the daimyo now. Got a good number of musketeers on the field.
Sim.
Oh, Order of Ballistos. That's what I saw. It was a shipment of bringing in the Portuguese crossbowmen. So it does get a round of his own crossbowmen, which will be useful against the pikemen. But so are the musketeers in that situation. Young Guard do have a good siege damage, 57. They also have a good amount of health them as well. Additionally, they are 4 AoE grenades should be very good against this infantry. Crossbows will do bonus damage to them, but like I said beforehand, that bonus damage is not that great. I don't really put much stock in plus 25% bonus damage. We're now going to see the town watch research and an upgrade I'm not really going to be really considered talking about. Falconet shipment being brought in. The Japanese player is not aged up. Going for a shipment of coin, or did he cancel that coin? We've got the shipment of cherry orchards now. He's running low on this one. He's eating through his food pretty quickly. Falconet's now blowing the field. Another shrine tends to be going on the field. Keep his distance. Falconets may get a volley down the infantry. Gets a good volley there. The French explorer does go down. Naginata Riders has been blowing field, but there's too many pikemen for Naginata Riders to be useful. That's the archer one. Yep, that's the melee one. He also got some dragoons on the field as well. More shrines being queued on up. We do have dragoons, a good number of dragoons on the field, so he does have added counter to those Naginata Riders. I was thinking the pikemen, but dragoons will also do. There's just a good amount of infantry here, which I have a feeling the young guard should be pretty good against that. There goes that shrine. Trying to push way forward. It's in the cover formation. Trying to push way forward. Grenades raining on in. Naginata Riders trying to push forward. He does not take out one Falconet does go down. Young guard finding a way. Skirmishers on the back line as well. Naginata Riders push way forward once again. Both of the Falconets do go down. Grenades getting distracted by the Naginata Riders. And it looks like a good number of the young guards still on the field. Looks like they're actually middle guard now. They've grown up a little bit. Got some halberdiers on the field as well. It's going for more Ashikaru musketeers and bring a shipment of them. Skirmishers and more dragoons. Right now the dragoons providing 26 damage, which is greater than the musketeer. Actually, no, they're 27 at the moment. But the problem is, even with their similar damage, the dragoons are much more expensive. They do offer a bit more health. Thus, the musketeers do have decent health as well. Musketeers, or the Ashikaru musketeers, taking some damage from the middle guard now. Getting some good damage. Grenades just raining on in. More Naginata Riders. And they're getting splashed quite bad by those middle guards. Naginata Riders push way forward. Japanese players just getting ripped apart. He has no counter to the young guard other than those Naginata Riders, which he simply has too much anti-cavalry for that to be useful. Yeah, he's down to a very small force now. In relationship to the Portuguese, they're clearly not worth it. More shrines going down. He has plenty of housing space on the field. He does spot the French villagers thanks to these shrines. And these tanked on hooves do get freed from the tyranny of the shrines. They're free gigantic, enormous animals. Wait, Wessent. What's on Earth's a Wessent? Wait, these are European natives. I don't think... Okay, I need to look that up in between this replay. What on Earth's a Wessent? I don't think there's bison in Europe. Maybe somebody can explain to me. Is there bison in Europe named Wessent? What on Earth is a Wessent? There goes those shrine. Got a number of crossbows back here. Good number of Naginata riders, but there's 2 main dragoons there. He still is not aged up. It's still pretty far from aging up. And the French players now bringing some halberdiers. May's going to send the halberdiers along the flank to torch down everything. Another round of grenades ring on, gets great damage. Red or blue does have a good number of skirmishers on the field. I got our riders push way forward. Red's infantry is starting to get disintegrated. Dragoons are intercepting Naginata riders, saving his infantry from going down. Naginata riders still pushing way forward. Good number of grenades hitting that Naginata rider, bit of a waste. And the grenades do track the musketeers, and Japanese player does back of the game. This Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Also, I am really curious what on Earth is a Wessent. I'll be damned. A Wessent is a European bison. I didn't realize it was European bison. That's strikingly similar to a North American Great Plains bison, isn't it, as well? Huh. Where do they live? Is there a map? Looks like Eastern Europe. Learn a new thing every day. I also, if you ever, some things that go through my mind as well is like, here exists both in North America as well as Europe. I know life's everything needs to be one giant continent. I'm always surprised how much that is true. One of those things you don't really think about it until you wonder, huh, these animals do look pretty much the same. And it's more than just bird or turtles. Either way, let's go ahead and get started. Greetings everyone, Angrade here with another Age of Empires 3 replay. So on the right side as the blue French, we have Blood Surfer 2. On the left side as the red Japanese, we have Mich Zell Mir 415. I don't know why Blood Surfer. I've been playing the new RimWorld expansion, Anomaly, and if those who don't know or are somewhat experienced with RimWorld, it adds in Lovecraftian horrors and what people nickname SCPs into the game. Needle and haystack. Guess what? You found the haystack. Now go find the needle. Either way, we do have, let's see, no deck selected just yet. And over here, no deck selected either. When it comes to natives on this map, we do have the House of Hanover. Not familiar with this one, which can give you access to the Black Brunswicker Swift Musketeer, good against cavalry, benefits promotion. Bokenkopf Hussar, German fast German handicap with charge of a deadly saber attack, so it sounds like a charge attack. Benefits from promotions. I see an H5 symbol down here. Let's worry about that later. And we've got the drummer. which is also an upgrade. I guess it's similar to the Gyrots, where they toot their horns. In this case, they just drum. Royal Scots Grey. Ships a number of token buff Hussars. Token buff Hussars require a few hits to charge deadly death strike ability. So it's not recharge charge attack, but actually charge attack. And looks like blue does going to forfeit the No True Scotsman bagpipes. And smokes bombs away. Royal card games immediately sends a random card in your deck. Can that send cards an age or two early? That's interesting. So you get a random shipment. I have no idea how effective that is. Sounds like FUD. Acts of Union enables a drummer to plant an inspiring flag. So we've got the general ability. When the flag is planted, one English, comma, Scottish, and comma, Irish mercenaries spawn. Is that a free ability to get free mercenaries? Interesting. And Victorian era costs us 10,000 food, 10,000 coin. Directly advances to Imperial Age, and grants you one factory wagon. This upgrade gets cheaper as you gain experience from training units and constructing buildings. Huh. Just one factory wagon as well. So, Victorian era status to obtainable? What does that mean? Is that an upgrade here, or is that an upgrade in the factory? Because it says enables. It says those upgrades are obtainable, which I'm assuming meant for like the native civilizations who can't get factories. And Royal Fireworks unleash a dazzling display of lights to briefly stun enemy units. I guess it's a target on the field. Interesting. Either way, do you have a deck selected? 1. Villagers, Team Tronido, Trade Orchestra Rickshaws, Food Wood Coin, Samurai Attack, Daimyo, Trade Orchestra Rickshaws, Soli Allies, Wood Coin, Town Rickshaw, Sword Saint, Flaming Arrows, Gen Burkun Dojo, Repinkan Dojo, Intervention, Daimyo Kiromasha, more Samurai, Flaming Arrows, Mountain Castles, Shogun, and 47 Ronin. So we got a Samurai, Shogun, Flaming Arrow deck. Got it. For the French, we got the beginner deck of Villagers, Pioneers, Economic Theory, Villagers, Wood, Food, Wood Coin, Cows, Crossbowmen, Wilderness Warfare, Frontier Defenses, Royal Fencing School. Sorry, I'm just reading a bit of chat down there. Infinite Crossbowmen, French Royal Army, Tirailleurs, Skirmishers, Cuirassiers, Dragoons, Falconets, Fort, more Couriers, Skirmishers, Cuirassiers, Factory, and Factory. I just realized something as well. I just had a stupid question now. With this, the House of Hanover advanced to the Imperial Age. What happens to a revolt? Is this still obtainable, or is this not obtainable? Sorry, just more stupid questions where I just don't know the answer to. We got the Shogun now being employed in the field, so the Japanese player may be on the push forward some samurai. The Japanese they're saying like, oh, he's just sticking to European civilization since it's a bit more simpler. Japanese is a little bit more difficult with the lack of collective hunts, but he can, and the shrines can be very useful to get some food generation. They also sent the sheep there. I would definitely say the Japanese civilization is definitely, just by on paper, looks sounds a little bit more difficult without able to hunt. But either way. He does have a Hussar on the field trying to engage. Does kill that man. Now he's going to kill his dog. The mad dog is, of course, now justified being mad. And the explorer does go down. He does start killing off that dog now. I don't know why. I think he used the aim shot ability there when you really didn't have to. Got some Hussars now being floated out. We do have more villagers over here. Got some Naginata riders now being floated out. Heavy cav versus heavy cav. Pretty equal. Consulate now going on up. He does have 500 export, which means he can bring in a shipment, an expeditionary force of something. And seeing if he looks at his opponent's deck, he will notice that not really eyeing for anything aggressive in age 2. But if he sees the Hussars, maybe a good idea to go for something to pull out something anti-cav. Which maybe Ottoman Azaps? Does kill that scout. Not big surprise. Royal Offensive School now being pulled field sends 3 more Royal Musketeers and all infantry trains faster. No conflict. Red does have 3 of the 4 trading posts on the map. Very nice. Or he is getting the 3rd one. Musketeers now being pulled on the field. Red versus Naginatas. 3 chariot orchards now pulled on the field. I believe he also has the... Nope, he didn't go for the... Sorry, hit my microphone. No card improves trade orchard collection rate or yield. And although French is eyeing for some fish. Pretty Japanese player pretty close to going to the next age. Frenchman pretty far, has plenty of coin, just need a lot more food. You will spot this trading post going up. One hit the villager first before hitting the trading post. Denies construction because it's pretty close to being fully constructed. And does die construction. One shipment available for the French. Probably shipment, yep, I was gonna say shipment food so you can get your age up. Now I do have the wonder to be employed in the field. It is the Shogunate, which will give him a Daimyo Masamune and 600 experience. The 600 experience will definitely give him one more shipment. And seeing that's 50 there, that probably would almost get a second ship. It would perhaps get one full shipment. Let's see. Yeah, once this gets built, he will get another shipment. So we will have 2 shipments upon aging up. Make that 1 shipment upon aging up. And maybe a good idea to go for the dojos. Those are automatically construction of military units, so maybe useful. Naginata's push way forward. They do have the daimyo with them. Daimyo Mototada. Being pursued. Some of these villagers may go down. He does not have the very fine coat. Daimyo's right here. And now we got the Sophie, Solhi, or how to pronounce that, allies. We get some infantry-based Naganatas. Wait a second. Those are 2 regular settlers. How did he get 2 regular settlers? He must have saved them from treasures, didn't he? I just was like, wait a second. Yeah, I saw them earlier, and then my mind just started thinking, wait, he's playing French. How did he get 2 settlers? Either way, we do now have the Daimyo Kiromasa being put on the field. So he's really, and so you have 3 daimyos on the field, so it could give him a lot of construction. The Solhi Naganatas are a heavy infantry, which basically are a spearman with more of a, what's it called, musketeer multiplier. So they're basically a melee musketeer, if that makes any sort of poor sense. They are native, so it means no population space needed. There's a daimyo, so we've got 3 daimyos in the field. Not sure how effective the daimyo stacking is, but we do got 3 of them. Going for a round of Yumi archers and some samurai. Samurai, of course, a halberdier variant. Be very effective versus generally everything. So an age up now, he definitely is going to need skirmishers. Not gonna try to push way forward. While just trying to scout out stuff. Gets gunned down. Yeah, he's going for some fishing boats. Yeah, well, it appears to be 5. There are 4 whales, so it'd be a good idea to at least get 16 on the field. And now do have a dojo being put on the field. One ship available for the French. He maybe will go straight to Imperial. Right now, I would be half saying he needs to scout his opponent. His opponent's building up a nice sized army. Maybe the French Royal Army to get promotion benefits. Maybe a fort or falconet. All your crossbowmen turn skirmishers. If he builds out, he has plenty of wood and food for crossbows. Maybe he gets out a massive number of them and then do that. Skirmishers are what, 100 resources? Excuse me. Yeah, let's get out a privateer that must want to age up without any sort of siege, and it will all engage trading post there. Once it gets done, this is where the Japanese buoy got to pull it out, so probably a good idea to just put it right next to that buoy. So privateers, they can't fish, can they? I don't think they can. Yep, they can't. Caravels can, privateers cannot. But they take up 0 population. That's not actually bad. A 0 pop units. So having it being dead weight doesn't mean it's actually dead weight, because dead weight implies it consumes population space. In this case, it just exists. Another dojo being put on the field, going for some Ashigaru armies. Oh, dojos provide a decent banner army, don't they? Which will ship an army, 10 Ashigaru, Japanese. It says here in the description 10, but it says in the pop cost 5, and highlighting it's 5, so I have a feeling the resource cost is quite high, so I think 10 is the right number. Bad descriptions, to say the least. Oh, got the Spanish allies not being researched. More samurai being blown out. Samurai, of course, do have a little bit AoE, so that makes them a bit effective versus infantry. The damage multipliers versus cavalry and shock are not too terribly high. They're more of a general purpose melee infantry unit, which doesn't really exist in the game. For Musketeers, we've got the French Royal Army to give promotion benefits to his Musketeers. And to what other unit? Halberdiers. The French has advanced to the next age, going for a Falconet or Dragoons. If he scouts his opponent, you probably would think that Falconets would be pretty good. Good amount of infantry there. And maybe going for a factory to get out heavy cannons as well. Lord Saint increase the health, the speed, damage of all samurai, but also makes them 10% more expensive. Right now they have 4.5, now that puts them nearly up to 5, which is actually not a bad speed. Crossbow in comparison have 4, or this entire formation has 4, I should say. French now push way forward. 131 versus 129, so similar population. Falconets are here in good numbers, which is very important. He did only get out 5 units, so the 5 is correct. The 10 Ashigaru is not correct. It is 5. Push by 4, the Hussars will not last too long versus all this infantry. I believe also got some Rodialos mixed on in as well. Falconets gain some great AoE damage. The Samurai, these Musketeers are very stacked up, so Samurai will get excellent AoE damage. This Japanese, oh, that AoE damage. The formation was not good. And the Falconets were never really properly counter entire conflict. Red just going to punch their way through them. That AoE damage from the Samurai was significant. He still has 1 Daimyo remaining, so he did lose a good number of Daimyo. Yeah, he only has Daimyo Motodata. He has lost the other Daimyo, which is a bit of a loss. French going for more Musketeers now. Going for Cuirassiers. He does have a factory on the field. He needs that factory set to heavy cannon, in my opinion. I'm also biased towards heavy cannon. I just love heavy cannon. Going for some halberdiers, which may not be a great item versus those samurai. Samurai now has 300 health, 40 damage. The halberdiers he's fighting against, if they, once we see them go out on the field. And also the replay bugged out. Sorry about that. It looks like the Japanese player was in good position, but I have no idea which way that game was going to go. Greetings everyone, and Great here for another HPowers 3 replay. Spawn on top side as the Blue British, we have Visible. Spawn on south side as the Red Ottoman, we have Burimb 1903, or 03. This map does also sound out give you a Bandit Cartamarana Bandit, which is also known as a Bandit Cartamarana. And it looks like this Colonial Swashbuckler will be defeated. First place not selected decked, and the Ottoman player probably is not selected deck just yet either. When it comes to natives on the map, we do have the Sufi mods, which give you a Lancer heavy range cav and some Sharia law. And we got the Somali, which give you access to the Somali Droud militia, Somali Isa warrior, and to the Askari. And perhaps a fort. Actually, no. Increase build limits of frontier fortifications. Siege units, warships, inflict more damage. Okay, so that's not, even though it looks like a fort icon, that does not give you a fort. That's my bad. Bridge player has a deck available. We have no villagers on wood, so no sort of mana boom. May go for a bit of, go for Greenwich time. Rise fast ships 1 trading post wagon. Each of your trading posts improves politicians and research and technology research times by 20%. Not sure where that trading post wagon's at the moment. Oh, look at the Ottoman player. He is pushing forward of this one here. That's too close. Maybe gonna need to go for this one. Maybe he's trying to find the road. There it is. He does find the road. He may not have this map scouted out, at least in the center right now. Now we got the Cartmans engaging. Looks like Blues has 105 health. This one has 155 health, so it looks like Red is winning. Is the movement supposed to be like that? I'm not sure the movement is... It's like gliding around. Don't know if that's supposed to be working like that. But knowing this game, this actually may be correct. British player now has a shipment. GMT. What is GMT? Is that some sort of like Greenwich time thing? The Ottoman player has like a deck. Oh, I forgot to cover their decks. We do now the city defenses, advanced stock, fish market, schooners have been brought in, which will reduce the cost of your fishing boats. We got wood, wood, coin, rendering plant, galleys, improved warships, recruit privateers, which do not consume population space, janissaries, endurance schools, Sipahis, cavalry archers, cavalry combat, obelisk gunners, falconets, galleys, frigate, higher Egyptian Mamelukes, Sipahis, great bombards, factory, and Ottoman assault fleet. So, looks like the Ottoman player is going for a water deck. He may be eyeing to dig in along the shore and then advance from the shore. The British deck is Wood Coin, Longbowmen, Musketeers, Scots Guards, Team Grenadiers Guards, Advanced Arsenal, Glorious Revolution, Silversmiths, Villagers, Wood Coin, Musketeers, Hussars, Cavalry Combat, Falconets, Fort, Royal Mint, Scottish Highlanders, Gentlemen of the Pike, Rockets, factory. Okay, set up the outpost wagon in the center map. Outpost taking fire from the explorer. From Kanonui Sultan Suleiman. And we do have Francis here to engage. He hates everything. Bands, zombies, stairs. I wonder if SH Empires 3 people should perhaps or is aware of at least of Left 4 Dead. Point being collected on up. Got a church there to bring in some divine intervention. The Ottoman player, however, has not researched a mosque, which is just weird to me. I suppose he's going to focus more on fishing boats rather than villagers. The villagers are there just to collect up wood for him. Both players age 2. We got both sides going a little bit more passive. And I got age 3 for the British, and he's going for the Admiral of the Ocean Sea. I have no idea what that's going to bring on in. Let's take a look at the buoys. We got the British buoy here, the Ottoman buoys way down there.
Ready.
Francis is engaging the boatman, who is at full health at the moment. We also got another dock up here by the Ottomans that may hold back any sort of naval aggression from the British. And the Ottoman player, let's see, he has access to 2 privateers. If he may need to go for that, does go with advanced city defenses. So now his town center does do extra damage for the ships. He's also tasked a bunch of villagers there onto the whales, who's right now providing a 0.85 coin for collection rate. And in comparison, the British player has no villagers on coins, so I can't tell you what his coin collection is.
Ready.
There is the Caravel on the playing field. The Caravel, once this gets done killing off the civilians, can collect up the fish that they were trying to claim up. The Caravel does offer 75 damage, so able to 3-shot these fishing boats. We do now have the dock now garrison providing 90 damage, which the Caravel does have 800 health. So it'll take a bit of time to finish off the Caravel. Nine shots will take out the Caravel. Falcon has to be shipped on in. He needs perhaps he is going for a warship over here. He's going for the galley, which is a counterpart to the Caravel. Fishing boat now down. And now we do have the Black Watch jumping playing field, which I think it's a bunch of Scottish Highlanders.
Yes.
Oh, down here, there's a Black Watch, the Scottish Highlanders, providing 63 damage per shot. That will 3-shot villagers without verifying code. 4-shot them they do. It's pretty close. Have 40 siege damage, is pretty good. He does have city defenses, so he does have extra damage. 135 damage. So he will start taking out the Highlanders. He does have a bit of resources. He may want to get the militia and have them try to batter down the Falconets, because the Falconet's taking some damage. There's the Yoriks, who do offer plus 50% damage against siege units. He should have access to conscription. Yep, they need to start focusing on these artillery units. They do bonus damage versus the artillery. Falconets going down. And thanks to him just being Ottoman, he gets the little bit better militia to defend his town center with. He does take out most of it, but does take out the Falconets and the Black Watch. They won't have much health left afterwards. That's where to find. They also do plus 50% damage versus heavy infantry. That's actually not bad. And wait, plus 50% damage versus mercenaries. So they do 100% more damage versus heavy mercenary. That's actually pretty good. So they actually are an excellent counter to this play by the British. And since he went for city defenses, they're able to get conscription. Very nice play. He does want the trade post. Of course, our siege damage is pathetically bad, like any militia. Oh, I hear some artillery right now. The galley is pulling field. Must deal with the Caravel, and the Caravel's still here. Rogers Rangers improvement now complete, so he does have a round of Rangers, which are a variation of the Longbowmen. They're basically a skirmisher, cheap skirmisher variant. Galley does take some extra damage here. The Galley has higher damage but less health than the Caravel, and a little bit more range resist as well at it, but ships do siege damage, so don't worry about that. Now the fish market there. Both players now age 3.
Yes.
And right now these settlers are providing 0.66 gold per second, which is weaker than the fishing boats from the Ottomans. And there are what appears to be 4 whale at sea. But there's also plenty of fish out at sea as well. So going for extra fishing boats is not a bad idea, but he is eating the sea pretty quickly.
Commandment.
Pickle the Caravel. Oh, great. Pickle Rick reference, I'm guessing now. Got a stable here, provides some stability. Got a mosque here, probably to get some more villagers. He has not reached 25 villagers. But yes, reached a good number of fishing boats, that's for sure. Town center built, so got another town center for blue. Trade post does go down to the galley. They're actually now upgraded to sea hunters, I think. Not sure how they're upgraded. The name is different. The name is set. By the way, the British player now aging up to the Tycoon, so give him a bit of a coin rebate. The Ottoman players are aging up to the Grand Vizier. And has a shipment available, so maybe I'm for stuff. Maybe go for the factories. Go for some great bombards. Ooh. Ooh. What was that? I did them lots of forts, so I'm not sure what scaffolding went down there. That seemed pretty large for a scaffolding. Like, oh, I thought it was a fort. I have no idea what type of scaffolding that was. We can see the fort's not selected here, and the Ottoman player does not have a fort as well. Unless this is... No, that's probably not an age-up fort, because he's aged up a bit of time ago. Not sure. Thanks to Greenwich time, the Tycoon is researching at a pretty good rate. Has a shipment available as well, so maybe going for the Gentleman Pike, actually, which will set them to guard, make this Imperial upgrade to obtainable and cheaper. I don't know if you can go... First you have to be age 5 to get the Imperial upgrade. But also getting a good number of pikemen, which are excellent at siege. And his opponent doesn't have a whole much on the field. Got some cavalry archers, which are not super useful, and guard spy are nice, but they will be countered by the pikemen.
Yes.
And now I do have the Queen's Rangers, so which should set him to only get Rangers, right? Or am I mistaken with a different upgrade? Either way, that is a good number of force. Nice little perhaps time attack. Has 35 Rangers now on the field and 17 pikemen. Versus opponents going for a pair of shipment of great bombards, which will be very effective. He has to make sure he keeps the guard pikemen at bay. Let's get inside town center. Will not have access to conscription. He's already used that. Does use that in marksman there. Great bombards up on the field. Gets a pretty good volley there. It does 500 damage. Very, very good damage. It annihilates the Queen's Rangers. They did take some hits there, so may want to get out a Eamon to heal these guys up. And now he's going for Mercantilism, which will give him, what, 1,000 or 2,000 experience? I forget the exact number. Right now, he will soon have 1 shipment available. And now it's 3, so basically got 2 shipments from that. Now bringing some Sipahi and more cavalry archers. Sipahi will be good against the Rangers, but they will not be useful against the pikemen. After all, they're a bunch of gentlemen, as well as a bunch of angry men with pointy sticks. A great bombards, however, would be very, very useful. He may need to use this infrastructure as a way to choke off his opponent, so his great bombards can fire away. His villagers are taking some hits there as well. Walking among the discount, or nope, not the discount, the premium emu, the ostrich. More Sipahi being brought in. So he's going to have, what, 14 Sipahi? And now going for cavalry combat. Against 17 pikemen. Okay, he is out of 25 pikemen. He is actively building the pikemen. That is a good number of Sipahi, though. Sipahi are in before any of the Defend Edition. They're like the premier heavy cav of the game, but not spammable whatsoever. And it looks like almost all the fish have been claimed out of seas. Just leaving the whale deposit soon, so the Ottoman player has done a good job of fishing. Factor not going on up. More cavalry archers there, going for a cavalry cuirass. Cavalry combat will also affect his cavalry archers. They are a veteran, need the guard upgrade. They do offer the faster attack speed as well. Mostly starting to delete some of the fishing boats. At this one time, he may want to eye for some wood. He has a large amount of food stored. Doesn't have any conversion ability. He may want to eye for some wood to get out some secondary and tertiary town centers, get his villager production going. So right now he has a whole bunch of food. He's maintaining good gold income from the whales. But the British player has one factory up and going. He is going for heavy cannon, but his opponent is going for cavalry, so the heavy cannon not going to be super great. That villager just ate that 600-pounder. Going for a shimmer of rockets. Outpost will go down. Not big surprise. It does do 50% less damage for his artillery, but even at that point, I think that's still enough to one-shot artillery. 250 damage, that wouldn't even one-shot most artillery units. Did try to do crack shot. There's a shipment of rockets. And that is a very good on pikemen. He has done a good job producing those pikemen. He has to rely on the heavy cannon. Gets good hits there. I get a bit of sound bug going. Rockets trying to push way forward. They do 300 damage, less damage versus stuff. These cavalry archers need to set the melee attack mode. Bombards do go down. Sipahi ripping apart the pikemen. Sipahi receiving damage from the rockets, who don't do less damage versus cavalry, just a little bit bonus damage versus infantry. Sipahi starting to get ripped apart. More pikemen being put on the field. More gentlemen being put on out. And all the cavalry goes down for the Ottoman player. He's bringing some more veteran cavalry archers. They don't really offer too much benefits in this composition. And the Ottoman player backs the game, losing that army. The English player deployed out the perfect counter to mass cavalry, and that's just a bunch of angry men with pointy sticks. I can't believe I screwed that up. This is Android saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. And since I am starting to receive the sound bug, I need to restart the game. If you know a way to fix a sound bug and not restart the game, please let me know, because I have no idea. This is what I did when I was growing up, and this is what I'm doing now, so Greetings everyone, and Great here for another H-Bars 3 replays. Well, on the bottom right side as a Blue Ruse who's spam clicking, we have Kevin. On top left side as a Yellow Maltese, we have Frontline. This replay I do believe is from a tournament series. I don't really try to do tournament replays because most of the time tournament replays are pretty not spectacular for casting. However, how I sort of get around that is I download a whole bunch of replays from the series, find which ones are unusually large, and then cast it. And this one I believe was relatively large in size, so let's go ahead. We do have a dock here to be pulled up by the Maltese player. This is a hybrid map. Up here we do got the Tengri Shrine, which will give you access to some Tatar archers and some local doggos who all deserve some head pats. Yellow's going to be taking out some kitty cats and steal their roots and tubers. And it's just only the Tengri Shrine here. Tengri Shrine does give you access. Tengri wolves are classified as pets, and I'm pretty sure we'll see yaks, cavalry shock, sprint faster, and mounted units and pets move faster and attack faster. Maltese player does have a deck selected. We got the Yamal Villagers, German Tongue, Fish Market, so we do have water cards here. Wingan Court Constructions, Woodwood Coin, Trip to Jerusalem. I can never pronounce that word or name. Place. Eichmann, Crossbowman, Archaic Infantry Hit Points, Hospitality, Order Galleys, Viturosia, Spanish Tongue, Pikeman, Crossbowman, Fixed Gun Wagon, Steel Bolts, Archaic Soldier Combat, Sovereign Order of Malta, Zebex of the Order, delivers one Zebek. Transform all your frigates into Zebex. I'm not sure, so some sort of ship. Refrigeration Factory and Sicilian Supply. So there's like an archaic deck with some water cards mixed on in, as well as more of a focus on perhaps Crossbowmen. So honestly, Steel Bolts is a card that can both the Maltese and the Italians can get. It's a pretty good card. It basically turns your crossbows and your Passaviers into actual full-fledged skirmishers. Let's see, also increases their range. Yep, basically turns into full-fledged skirmishers. At the Quartermaster now being researched, we do now have the team Kamchat Expeditions. We increase your cavalry hit points by 10% and line of sight. Team Wood Trickle, Woodwood Coin, Shreltsy, New Order Regiments, Cossacks, more Cossacks, Boyars, Caravels, Improved Warships, Woodcoin, Shreltsy, Strilet Combat, Recruits, Orpachinnex, Cavalry Combat, Falconets, Frigate, Higher Pandurs, 2 Heavy Cannon, Factory. And now we do have a Brockhouse being put into the map. His opponent is going to age up before him, so maybe he'll mount the defense. He need to get a hospital and some pikemen out as quickly as he can. He will have a short window to engage, and field hospitals do cost less. We got a good number of villagers on wood. I really wish they fixed the audio balancing on fishing boats. Maybe I can find a mod which just basically disables fishing boat sound effects, because it is obnoxiously loud. Do now the market now going on up. I wonder how it sounds in the replay. According to my what's it called? Audio balance, it doesn't say it's too loud, but in my ears it's just stupidly loud. We also have a sheep or a goat here, unclaimed. He is the goat. Got a round of pikemen's being pulled out. Oh, we got a round of order galleys. Was this a shipment of order galleys? Yes, it was. Nice. We try and claim the sea. Seems like attack speed's pretty high. Yes, it is. Broadside attack has the ability that fires at 0.5 seconds. That's why I just set a volley, number of volley though. Fish boats aren't going down. Fishing boats. So need to be pursued. Does take out the dock there. A very early win for the Maltese player, but he's not starting to get pressure on land. He does get around pikemen. Got some recruits here, which are a cheap heavy infantry. So crossbows would be the ideal unit, or sentinels. Sentinels are overstated, but they're very population inefficient. He does have this command post here, which is basically similar to a watchtower. Comparison does have more health than a blockhouse, but the damage DPS is the same. If blue would have, he has. Oh, wait a second. Yellow's booby spawned right there. No wonder I didn't see the ships being brought over here. That's where his spawn point is. Sometimes the random rally for this stuff is stupid. And that's just a stupid location. It should not be that close to your opponent. We do have some Cossacks here. A good hand cav. Good cheap hand cav. Got some field hospitals not being pulled on the field. More crossbows in the way. And the Alexander and the commander are getting some good fire support. Soon has another shipment available. Let's see. This will give him unit lost so far. So the longer you wait, the better. Of course, you're going to lose some stuff, and that will help give you a bit of a rebate. Let's see, 20 resources for each unit lost so far in this game. For pikemen and crossbows, that basically gives you a 25% rebate on your units. Not really that great, but go up to max on 1500. That, the longer it goes on, is reasonable. I think you just saw the broadside attack there, but it does take out all the Cossacks there. But yeah, if you only look at it in the form of 80 resource units, that's basically a 25% rebate. I suppose this card can be very useful if the Age 2 lasts for a long time. But it does still have some value as it progresses, because what? Final shipments in Age 4 are roughly similar to that. Potentially the maximum. Yep. And nice thing as well, even if you do get this maxed out, you don't have to immediately go for it. There's no downside of waiting other than just situational cost. Takes out that villager there, very nice. Right now, the Maltese does have 29 villagers versus opponent's 25, going from Streltsy, which are a skirmisher unit. He does have 2 blockhouses here, which will provide some decent fire support. It does have another dock here, which does have the anti-ship attack available, being close by to a pit. Does get inside. Recruits push right forward. Got another round of recruits now pulling out. Has 19 here versus an army of 33. But crossbow's not really a counter unit, and dock does go down. Does get a good number of Schultz in the field, which is also sort of a counter unit. They are a skirmisher unit. They're cheap. I have a hard time of judging these fights. Crossbows are not a super counter heavy. It's barely even a counter unit. And in comparison to these crossbow and Streltsy, you get 16 damage, 3 attack speed, and plus 25% damage, so roughly 20. Sherlots had the same attack speed, double damage, so it's basically 16, and a little bit less range. So I guess crossbows are better than Streltsy. But Streltsy do have an cost 25% less than crossbow, or crossbow costs 33% more than Streltsy. Yeah, I'm just gonna have a hard time judging these fights. Against crossbow, Streltsy won't do good since it won't get the bonus damage. But against the pikemen, they would do reasonably well. Ships taking some broadsides now. No dock over here, but the fishing boats are migrating. And so we're gonna ban those blockhouses. We do have another blockhouse being pulled out here, and he's aging up. He's aging up with the Exiled Prince. Exiled no longer. Or this is the end location of the Exiled Prince. Not useful right now. Try to reclaim the seas of the caravels. Maybe New Order regiments. Let's see now. Trilla combat? I have no idea what he should go for. He needs more housing space to get out the unit. There we go. He may be eyeing for the 19th Streltsy. Falconets, that's actually probably a better idea. Blockhouse not being employed in the field. Pikemen do offer good siege damage. Crossbowmen getting hit by the various forces. Blockhouse almost down, does go down. He needs to get the Falconets deployed from this blockhouse so he is in a better position to engage the forces. In other words, farther away. Going for the guard recruits, veteran recruits, not guard.
Door. Gas.
Some damage there.
Door.
Falconets engaging. Look like he missed the Explorer. More recruits, more villagers. And now got the age up, going for Ed the Adventurer. Order Hussars not being employed on out. More crossbows, more fishing boats, placard mines. Commandery taking fire. He does have some health to work with. Right now, this army's not super great. It has good counter units, but doesn't really have much of anything else. Bringing shipment of recruits, 13 recruits. We'll go along with the 5 recruits. That'll help even out or get some more forces in the field. But put a bit more mass for the Falconets so they don't go down. No Hussars get deployed on out.
Ready.
Going for an artillery foundry right there. Maybe I'm for some culverins for counter barrages. Or Falconets of his own. Both sides are going to be infantry composition. Maybe Falconets of his own would be a good idea. Try and find an opportunity to gauge the Falconets. These units don't have good siege damage. I suppose recruits have adequate siege damage. The Streltsy may just want to stick to the Falconets. One shipment not available for the Maltese. Maybe the Steel Bolts would be good. He'll turn his crossbows into full-fledged skirmishers against those recruits. He's going for the fixed gun. He needs some hard fortifications. I was taking some damage. There's now a good number of recruits here. Army of 58 versus Army of 62. I don't know why I thought I saw some wolves there. Trading post there, but where's the trade path? Am I stupid? I don't see any trade path there. There's a fixed gun. Fixed gun should be perhaps set up right there. That fixed gun's going way too far forward. That is intentional. Okay, it has a pretty fast construction speed, but I do not like that positioning whatsoever. It's taking massive siege damage from those Streltsy as it's in building state. Pikemen in cover formation. Throwing some rounds at the villagers. That was not a good spot for the fixed gun. That was a horrendous spot. It hardly did anything there. Multi-splayer's not pop cap. Got more Streltsy not being put on the field. At this point in time, Steel Bolts would have been much, much better. More Streltsy not being pulled on in. Going for another fixed gun with his Grand Master. Which he himself is almost dead. He is now down. Maybe we're gonna need to cancel the fixed gun. 20 more Charles CP on the field. He needs to go for fire throwers or falconets. Yeah, that other fixed gun should have been very defensive. Oh, either way, pikemen being shipped on in. Sure, let's play forward. I still feel like, yeah, I'm still feeling like the steel bolts would have been a better shipment. Because right now, his crossbows will beat Streltsy no problem. He does have a steel culverin here for counter barrages. And the extra crossbow damage will be useful against the recruits who are trying to charge their way forward and torch down the fixed gun. We now got crossbows pushing forward, trying to draw some fire. Fixed gun being torched down, the Grandmaster does go down. Crossbow's doing some great work there. He has a good number of pikemen still remain, so he has excellent siege damage. This map is very choke point, so the fixed guns, he could go for a backline of fixed guns and be in a great position. Yeah, I'd say actually go for a fixed gun here. Actually, no, here and here would probably be very good. And then the third one over there. It could be pretty hard to push through that, plus put a line of walls in front of it. This is a choke point, basically straight to nowhere. He is trying to go fixed gun over here. This time he does have some naval boss support. Crossbows gain some decent damage. There's actually quite a bit of natural foliage here, so you can put up fixed guns behind the natural foliage. That'll be also a good spot for it. Culverin just taking whatever shots it can. Recruit's not trying to engage the fixed gun. Looks like Yellow will win out. We do have a number of Pandurs he just got to put on the field. Which I think are the upgrade for the recruits, isn't it? Skirms from the Balkans counters. Actually, no, that's just these guys here. Fixed gun went down. I think it may have been canceled that time. Over and take some damage. Pandurs are a skirmisher, actually a counter skirmisher, so they're look, they do bonus damage to light infantry, a significant amount, with a little bit of bonus damage for his heavy. Against this mass crossbow, that is a great item. They also have more range like crossbow. Grandmaster should be able to pick back up. I'm not sure if ships can pick up Hero. We now got a shipment of frigate, or a frigate being brought in. His buoy is right here. Wait, oh, looks like his buoy's placement has changed. Were they always next to each other? The buoys? I think I'm just going crazy. We now have more crews now being put on the field. Culverin. So another pair of culverins deployed out. Oh, that was Russian culverins. The Panduras is going to be a great item. The situation does gun down that culverin. Falcon is engaging. The Vanders don't receive promotion benefits, but they are excellent situations since bonus is going for crossbows. The Vanders also classified as light infantry themselves. They're not classified as light nor heavy infantry, they're just infantry. Russian towns are on the field, and now got a frigate out at sea. And there's a broadside there. And there goes that frigate as well. Or not forget galley. And now we do have the anti-ship attack for the dock. The frigate is classified as a warship, not as a siege unit. So it's taking 8 damage per shot. Losing up straight 4, gains good siege damage here. We've got some falconets. Spanish tongue now being shipped on in, which gave him some Rashtia Order Lancers. Falconets find a pretty good volley there. Might not have too many Panduras remaining. He still has 10 actually, and he has a shipment of 11, so he has all except for 1 alive. Fishing boats charge the way in, trying to show that frigate who's boss. And looks like he's going to try and engage his villagers. His opponent's villagers are actually a little exposed. It's a nice little pick there. Both sides have the same 49 villagers remaining. So if these fishing boats over here are not being utilized, or being built, Charles combat being researched, he is going for the Gunner's Quadrant. Good damage there. We do got a number of Order Lancers, which are good anti-infantry units. He does have some recruits to engage them, and the Panduras being picked on off. Taking those things out is very important. Crossbows push right forward. Does look at the culverin there, and the crossbows will be good against the recruits. The Order Lance is going to last for so long. Only 6 of the Panduras remain. Another culverin does go down. Takes another shot there, taking out a good number of recruits. More crossbows being pulled out over here. I wonder, he does not have steel bolts just yet, so it's not doing extra damage versus the recruits, but right now he's just having trouble with the Panduras. Single order Hussar push way forward, which is actually being very useful right now. Does say the Falconet has 9 health remaining. Gets a great shot there, taking half of those guys out. Only a couple Panduras remain. He has to save these Panduras. These things are incredibly useful. He does go for the Zebex, whatever that does. He's bringing transform your frigates into Zebex, so we'll give him 1 Zebek. Whatever that is. I don't know why, it just sounds like an Aztec word to me. He's also putting in a Order Galley, which is not a frigate. Command train will be going down. Fish berries being collected up. Falconets pull them out. I think Zebex are better than frigates, but transform all existing does not replace. There's the buoy repositioned there. Zebek engaging does have 180 damage at range. So does it have fast, powerful, agile merchant warship that fires faster at close range. Damage DPS still seems the same, but may cause less overkill. Does have 2,200 health versus 2,090 damage. Okay, so the basically times 2 frigates. 75% range resist, 75% range resist. Now that we got the Russian towns that are under fire, Yellow's starting to bring in more forces, able to start mount a counterattack. Got more villagers being put up by the Russians, 63 versus 53. Now we've got the veteran Cossacks. Going to try to go for some cavalry to engage the crossbows, very good idea. Yellow's pushing way forward. Culverin there. Settlers and town centers significantly cheaper. Going for Cossacks. Does have triple stable. Cossacks are relatively cheap if I remember correctly. 75, 150 resources with 1 pop, as opposed to Hussars, what, 200 resources and 2 pop. The Cossacks may be more population efficient. First, they have decent damage, but their health is a little bit low. It's sort of similar to Ulans. Oh, of course, they're veterans, so they're pretty similar to Hussars right now. Unupgraded Hussars. But now we've got a massive number of Cossacks, push way forward. They do also have... Oh, he's trying to load up these units. Falconets do escape, which are the important units to escape on out. He needs some pikemen. Going for pikemen, also for steel bolts. Exfiltrating his units outside of this commandery. You could actually try throwing his pikemen there and then pop out here. Those at this commandery will go down.
Yes?
So it's 2 falconets and 2 culverins. Very nice. Going for a small number of walls. Here comes a pikeman. They need to protect those villagers. They're starting to split up. Some of the villagers are getting hit. Pikemen are engaged but getting hit by the recruits. Crossbows need to focus down those recruits. They have steel bolts, so they're now full-fledged skirmishers. Falconets getting some good hits on the recruits as well. Some of the Maltese villagers are going down. He does have the very fine code research. Villagers migrating around. He is almost out of resources inside the map. He may need to go for some wood and get out some farms now. Or load up his villagers on a ship and migrate to an island. That's probably the best he can do. Since he has naval supremacy on the left side of the map, that means he can... Those villagers will be safe if they actually go to the next landmass. Does lose some more villagers. Yeah, he has a galley here. That should be able to transport the villagers across the creek. Blue's not trying to go for a pair of docks here. Blue still has a Zebek here, which could also transfer villagers to this side. Blue does actually have some units over here. Has not built the Tangri Shrine. But if you lose control of that, that may get blurred. And somehow Yellow does manage to get his fishing boats over here. These were the ones who charged the frigate. The frigate is receiving some healing from the dock. Oh, there's the trade. The pathway there. I wonder how much does that provide? Probably pathetically little. And the fishing boats do get spotted. I see something over here. One moment. There we go. Sorry about that. Blockhouse taking some damage here. Falconet's firing away, getting a free shot there. Another couple good hits there. Blockhouse down. More culverins, more Streltsy. He has migrated some of these villagers across the pond. Oh yeah, fishing boats can migrate villagers. And here comes a caravel. It doesn't appear to be garrison or anything. For some reason I thought it was going to be a garrison. Culverins annihilates the ship. Great shot there. You could try going for an outpost here or commandery to protect the creek. Another caravel push way forward. This will quickly go down like the last if he takes it out. Now we've got a fixed gun now being employed on the field. Fixed guns are classified artillery, and the culverins do counter barrage it. Oh, we got mill technology for the Russians. Does have some good number of mills. There's still plenty of fauna here. Let's see, how's his food collection at the moment? 0.77. And we've got town washing up and research and upgrade I don't want to talk about. Fourth mill on the field. Do we see any plantations? The upgrade that shall not be named is complete, I think. Commandery there, which will provide some good proxy capability against the dock, and this one's not easy to displace, is it? Anti-ship attack is 140 range, so that is pretty good range. Caravel to on the field, receive a shot there. The Caravel will not be able to push through that. Got another Caravel to on the field. And the 40 range is quite significant. It's gonna be hard to keep away from that, and this one will get gunned down. Does not push way forward. Got a good number of culverins here. Good number of Blue's artillery has gone down as well. Only culverins remaining, so Yellow can just probably bring back his culverins, let his other units push way forward. Pikemen gain some decent damage there, has a number of crossbows and militiamen. And both culverins do go down. And yep, pikemen or a counter unit, they're not good as a generalist unit. You now have some Orpachiniks now be pulled in the field as well, more Schultzy. You got a pair of Falconets on the field for the Maltese player as well. On this tin mine, the Zebek could barrage the villagers if he's aware of it. Pikemen charging way forward, they're not going to do all too well. They have activate range resist. Good shots there on those forces, but now the Orpachiniks charging way forward. They are anti-cavalry, anti-siege weapon, anti-building weapon. And Falconets are classified as artillery, so they will take double damage for them. Not as classified siege units, so they only take double damage, not quadruple damage. Crossbows going on down. The Maltese player may get forced back. The Orpachiniks do also offer good siege damage. More Falconets being pulled in the field. Culverins do take a pair of shots there, but they are a counter unit, and they have no units to counter. Yeah, that's a good number of villagers here, a bit exposed. Zebek's going to fire some good barrage there. These villagers will get ripped apart by the Orpachiniks. They do ×3 damage versus villagers. Yeah, I think Yellow's going to be knocked the game shortly. These Orpachiniks are going to cause some massive issues for him. The Schultzy are getting annihilated. Pikeman is starting to get hit there. Looks like all the cavalry has gone down. Schultzy are getting sort of pinned here. The Russian player does have 90 villagers. The Maltese have 55. He needs to go for some fixed guns here and get a good defensive line. We do have a fixed gun here, so it does take out those docks. Fixed guns don't have a build limit. Does pull out some veteran, get some more veteran pikemen here. And more shots just streaming on in. More Orpachiniks being pulled on out, which will help him quickly siege down everything. Oh, there's a Cossacks. And these Cossacks are pushing way forward. They do offer 20 siege damage, 35 damage. And now got these Cossacks moving around as well to engage that Falconet. Yep, that Falconet will get overran. They will find some pikemen. Pikemen just simply here not in large enough numbers. Falconet does go down. We're getting inside the commandery. Now do you see the armor plating for the ships as well. They'll just try and eye for another commandery here. It should go down to the Cossacks. Yep, this game looks like it's over. Yeah, it's going to have nothing to build queue. I'm probably going to fast forward because this game appears to be over for me. And I was back on the game as well. Looks like he's just trying to evacuate out to this island, but he was just simply unsuccessful. This Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next play. Oh, that is way too sensitive. Greetings everyone, and great here with another Age of Empires 4 or 3 replay. Spawn on the south side as the red Chinese communists, we have Grogu. Spawn on the north side as the blue Aztecs with Alistar Peter. Or Alistair, not Star. When it comes to natives on map, we do have the House of Habsburgs, with these are funny looking infantry, such as the heavy range cavalry, mounted infantry, line infantry, and the Magyar Hussars. And over here, we do also got the House of Fanar, which give you access to the Everzone, Boyars, and to the Sacred Band infantry. So both, it's my opinion, when you get on this map, it's a good idea to go for both of these trade posts so you can get those big buttons charges up, because trade posts cost 150, of course, or yeah, 150. Let's keep it simple. 150 wood, and so it doesn't take too long before you get a profit on those units. There is also all these city towers here, and with the Aztecs, times 2 experience aura and pretty good versus natives, he can get some of these units nice and early. He does convert a witch hunter, which I disagree. I always think that the war chief should always kill the Aztec war chief, always kill the natives, because that will give him quite a bit of experience to work with. Villagers now on the field, as so experience trickle from the warrior priest. I think as well, you don't have to merely go for a community plaza. Keeping the warrior priest around will allow you to get some healing, so allow you to raid more of the treasures for more experience. Does take out the disciple there as well very quickly. Nice little pick there, taking out that disciple. He must have been already pretty wounded. I wasn't paying attention to his health. When it comes to decks, we do have one here. The deck Y. The export wood coin. Juko News, standard army hit points, Quang pikemen, steppe riders, Mongolian Scourge, Diplomatic Intrigue, Coin, Juko News, Quang Pikemen, Repelling Volley, Double Face Armor, Bayang Army, Meteor Hammers, Intervention, Higher Manchurian Cavalry Archers, Higher Ming Iron Troops, Old Dynasty Reforms, Meteor Hammers, Flying Crows, Western Reforms, and Higher Rattan Shields. Natives, we got SWE. I'm not sure what that stands for. We got Villagers, Food, Wood, Infinite Coin, Warrior Monks, Coyote Runners, Tiger Coyote Runner Tactics, Puma Spearmen, Slingers, more Slingers, Mayan Allies, Villagers, Wood, Infinite Coin, Smoking Mirror, Antlion Slingers, Night Attack, Arrow Knights, Skull Knights, Slinger Temple, Coyote Runner Temple, Infant Slingers, more Skull Knights, Wall of Skulls, and the Skull Knight Temple. So we don't have all the Knight cards, so we do have. So Select's going to aim for Slinger, Coyote Runners, Skull Knight as his deck, with a nice little reserve of Arrow Knights if he so chooses. And Blue's push forward a good number of villagers here, pulling out Proxy War Hut. And then you can start chopping up some wood nearby. And over here, we've got a relatively late age up with the Porcelain Tower. These unbearable bears being engaged, though the Grandmaster, or not Grandmaster, Shaolin Monk is taking quite a bit of damage here. The Shaolin Master. We've now got this Proxy War Hut. Not sure what he aged up with. Maybe he aged up with not the War Hut. Did he age up with a fast age up? Increased health. Maybe gone for something to improve the War Chief? He can start taking out these city towers. Will convert one of the Marauding Musketeers. He does have a decent force now, which will allow him to clear out the other city towers, which will give him a small experience trickle, as well as an auto attack, which can help support out his War Hut here. Got a round of Puma Spearmen, which do offer excellent siege damage. They offer 41 siege damage, so they're an excellent siege unit in Age 2. And when I say siege unit, I don't mean the type siege unit. Got a shipment of slingers. I find the 9 and 8 slinger shipment are both pretty good. The slingers are pretty nice. They offer similar damage compared to Schultze, while having twice the attack speed. And the cross is only slightly more expensive than Schultze. They're basically a better Schultze. They offer the ×2 skirmisher damage there. Marauding Musketeers being gunned down, very nice. He does stun some of the Marauding Musketeers. The Shaolin Master does go down. Slingers trying to engage the Chuko News, who does offer 15 damage per volley. They do have 16 range. The Slingers do also have 16 range. We also have the sentries here. Sentries are classified as not a heavy nor... No, they are classified as heavy. The slingers will do bonus damage to them, but they're taking a lot of pokes. More Puma Spear being put on the field. Another shipment of slingers. He has another shipment available. The ×2 aura from the War Chief being very nice there. We do have a number of the Step Riders moving forward. He has gone for a shipment of them. The city towers do offer same damage output as the War Hut and outposts, so they will do a little bit extra damage to the Step Riders. However, they will be nowhere near the city towers. Aztec player going for his warrior priests. None of these villagers may go down. Does he have Mongolian Scourge ship then? No, he does not. Sounds that are firing away. Doing 90 damage. Warrior Priest does get in the side. Again, will get gunned down. Also give his opponent a bit of gold as well as experience. Step Riders slowly being picked off by the town, so not paying close enough attention there. Does get a nice shipment there. So right now we've got quite a bit of master. Does get some disciples on the field. Disciples are classified as shock, which means the Puma Spearman will do good damage versus them. And he's taking time of picking off some of those extra units, not the shocks. Red's falling him back. He does have decent defense force. Blue has a good offensive force. Relatively even at the moment. Now bringing a shipment of the Mayan allies, which also as well, okay, there he's going for the Aztec scouting party, which gives him Jaguar Prowler Knights. But he's also not building villagers at the moment, so he's not eyeing for any more villagers. He's also scraping the bottom barrel. Right now, most of his villagers on wood and coin, trying to get more Puma Spearmen. They cost food and coin, while slingers and Kai runners do cost wood. Okay, he's going for villagers. Just maybe had him miss some. Does have good experience coming on in thanks to those 4 warrior priests. You go for one more shipment, and then perhaps maybe swap over to something else. It says this whenever it feels, and I see this in the replay system, it seems like the secondary shipment doesn't cost any coin. If that is the case, maybe a good idea to go for them. But I don't think that's the case. I think there's a bug in the replay system. Walls quickly on down with Javeliers. He will have access to a musketeer pretty much. Jaguar Prowler Knights are also mixed on in. Jaguar Prowler Knights do offer extra bonus damage versus heavy infantry, so he should be effective versus shock infantry as well as the pikemen and against the cavalry. Coyote Runners try and skirmish around, try to get to the Chuko News with the War Chief. War Chief is still up, so he is providing that ×2 aura. Now he no longer gets ×2 experience. He does have another shipment available. All of the Jaguar Prowler Knights are down. Push way forward. So there's a good number of Coyote Runners engaging the various Chuko News. Javeliers still engaging as well. And Red's army does get cleaned on up, but he does have the blockhouse here and of course the town center firing away. Town center is not fully garrisoned. Blockhouse is not garrisoned, which is good. Has a good amount of defense here, but he's going to take out the blockhouse relatively quickly. Going for a standard armor, so we're getting some Chuko News and some Step Riders. Blockhouse is almost down. The Mac Intrigue could get him some units. And a shipment of, what's his consulate right now? What allies does he have? He has the Chinese allies. Oh, that's the War Academy. There's his consulate. He does have the British allies, so we can get out some redcoats. Right now he's fighting against a good number of Coyote Runners. He's picked off everything else, barring 3 skirmishers or slingers. Coyote Runners and Step Riders are relatively equal footing. Chuko News are not on good footing versus the shock infantry of the Coyote Runners. But that guy teleported upwards. And now the War Chief's redeployed. There's the Redcoats. Redcoats are going to be useful against the Coyote Runners since they are, of course, a heavy infantry. They're ready to engage them both at range and in melee, offering bonus 2.25 bonus damage in melee. But there's so many Coyote Runners there, so the Redcoats will do some good work on Coyote attacks to increase smooth speed and hit points. So they're a bit harder to pin down. Going for more standard armies. He needs something with pikemen. Because right now, these units are not going to be effective. Step Riders will just be equally effective, but he needs pikemen. Goes for another one. He's going for Mongolian Scourge. Let's see. Kashyyyk gets bonus damage for hand shock, so Kashyyyk will be a good item, which he does not have. Those Chuko News need to focus on those skirmishers. Still going for this army, which is the wrong army type. Standard armies getting out both wing pikemen and Chuko News would probably be best. And I don't know the name of the armies that produced out Kashyyyk off the top of my head. Is the War Chief still down? If the War Chief gets recovered, he probably should plant him right there to buy the aura benefits. Maybe just put the War Chief right around here and let him just throw torches against the walls. Nope, that's the range of town center, so pulling him around here, just have him throw torches to the village would be fine just to get the aura effect. I put a lot of benefits into that. I do like the Aztec aura the best. It provides no combat benefits, just resource benefits, which I do like. It's also a bit more win more mechanic, because the more your guys' kill, the more stuff you get, or can ship on in. Let's take out the barracks there, starting to fall back. He's going for some Puma Spearmen, which are, of course, have good siege damage. Chinese player was, of course, hiding away his town center for a bit of time. He's going for around another red coach, which is a good item at this moment in time. Chinese do not have access to a heavy infantry, or at least heavy range infantry like the Musketeer. The blockhouse will be useful to help protect against those coyote runners. But now there's 12 Puma Spearmen, and they offer 33% more siege damage than pikemen. Shipment coin now being, well, shipped on in. Start pushing forward. More coyotes are pushing up from up north. We got now another round of the disciples, which are shock infantry, which will not be good against these Puma Spearmen, but will be effective versus the slingers. So they need to go around, hit the slingers. It'll be relatively equally effective versus the coyote runners, but coyote runners are pretty, with the coyote tactics, they're pretty healthy. 18 damage. The disciples right now doing 12. They do less damage to explorers as well. They're not a assassin. Chinese village is now engaged in melee combat, which he will hold the line. Chinese players 29 villagers. The Aztecs have 35. Not much of a villager advantage here. Play up some of this coin now. Has a shipment available. Brings another round of Mayan allies. War Chief being resummoned as well. You now have the stagecoach now being researched by the Aztec player. More coyote runners, some hunting doggos, and now going for some of the Eagle Scouts, which are basically a pet unit. While not being a pet unit, they are classified as infantry, neither heavy nor light. They offer 10 damage, 80 health. They're not too spectacularly great. They do also cost 80 food each. Their attack speed is 1.5, so in comparison to Musketeer, they do offer a little less damage, but a lot less health. He's starting to bring out the warriors, bring in the 3 warriors across the map. Gets them all out in the field, so he just stopped deploying them out. But now the Wonder going up, he's going for the Summer Palace to give him some free bannered armies. Upon completion, she will get 1,000 food as a form of rebate. Oh, we also got 2 surgeons being shipped on in from the consulate.
Yes.
I'm not sure what the surgeon's supposed to do at this moment in time. Why did he go for that? I really have no idea why he went for that, but we've got too many units for him to deal with right now. And the Chinese player does back the game now. This Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. And of course, keep on hitting F10. One last replay for tonight. Fix that bug, and there we go. Greetings everyone, and Greed here with another HPowers 3 replay. It's on the left side as the blue Ottomans with a red flag. We are Kurumbi 1903. On the right side as the red French with a blue flag, we have Diesel. The reason why I mentioned the color of the flag versus the player color, I really hate this. I'm going to get these two players mixed up way too often. Let's see, looks like neither player has selected a deck just yet. For the natives of the map, we do got the Berbers, which give you access to the Berber Camel Rider, an anti-cav unit, Berber Nomads, a Villager, and the Salty Camel. This is my favorite native in the game. And also, salt mines are pretty good. They're 10,000 coin deposit. For 200 wood, they're definitely, in my opinion, potentially a better alternative to a plantation. Since you do acquire all those expensive researches for the plantation to become ever even decent. And plantation itself costs what, 600 wood? You get for 1/3 the cost, something for 20 villagers to collect from, and no additional research required. Moscow on the field. Still no deck selected. There we go. Firm B sock my dick. What the hell? Wait. That is okay. The French player is going for a deck specifically to counter this exact opponent. I have no idea how effective it's going to be, but it does go for villagers, pioneers, couriers, woodwood coin, crossbow, hussars, team hand cavalry attack, team hand cavalry hit points, wilderness warfare, wood coin skirmishers, cuirassiers, cavalry combat, dragoons, falconets, advanced artillery, refrigeration, higher Swiss pikemen, heavy cannon, factory. The Ottoman player is going for a name I can't really pronounce. Yen Sierra. I have no idea to pronounce that. We got city defense, pioneers, capitalism, villagers, wood coin, janissaries, delis, palace of intrigue, wood coin, Sapahis, cavalry combat, obelisk guns, falconets, fort, mosque, construction, refrigeration, higher Egyptian Mamluks, Sapahis, obelisk guns, great bombards, factory, and infinite Ottoman mercenary army. Ships another Ottoman mercenaries, Stradets, Mamluks, and Corsairs. 3 Mamluks, which are the same as these guys. I think they have like 1,000 health each. 1,000 health Hussars. Barbary Corsairs are a melee pirate unit. I think a musketeer, heavy infantry. Stradets, I can't think what Stradets are off the top of my head. The Quartermaster versus this opponent, much more creatively age up. The Quartermaster. Some of these swamp puppers are starting to engage this explorer, and blue starts shooting the explorer as well. We do have the obelisk pointing to a hidden treasure worth 75 wood, and seeing is pointing upwards. I think the treasure's in the sky, and red will get the treasure because he was also the one who was trying to claim it. Armor Sage.
Oui.
And it looks like the red explorer will go down, giving his opponent quite a bit of experience. And guess what? I already made the mistake, the fact that red is the French player. I thought red was the Ottoman player. German villagers being brought on in. Wood, hunting doggos. Market now going on up for the Ottoman player. We've got 2 barracks for the French, so it's like going to push forward with some musketeers. His deck's just cavalry. But doesn't mean before he gets all those upgrades, he can't be aggressive infantry. He got pikemen, so he looks like going to torch his opponent. Both shipments of wood actually being queued on up as well. Hope that's 700 wood first. Does appear to be. I need a bit more food to max out those queues of pikemen. Does get out 8. Cancels that one. Wants them timed up together. Even though it's better to not cancel it technically, because then it would make it deploy out earlier. I don't blame him. You like everything just synced up. Am I the only one? I'm clearly not the only one who likes the ability just to sync up everything. But he's going to do a pikeman rush, trying to torch down everything. His opponent is going for a fast fortress, so he may get burned alive. And now we have, what, 16 pikemen? 18 pikemen up on the field. That's a lot of siege damage. Let's see, what is he aging up with? The marksman, which will give him a number of obelisk guns? Like 3, right? Nothing too significant. Do now have the palace intrigue now being researched. Maybe being a little bit too idle with the pikemen. Oh, he's going for another round of 10. And now he's going for pioneers and the great coat. A very fine coat. And blunderbusts. He's bringing the villagers. This is an all-in. He can always bring some reinforcements. Probably Hussars would be his next shipment to bring for reinforcements. He does have 250 wood, but which allows him to deploy out a outpost if necessary. Skip the trade post. He has to do serious damage right now. He can't be held up by a single trade post. He does go ahead and get inside, does utilize bringing the city defenses. The Ottoman militia are slightly better, but does throw some rounds on the explorer and on the scout. That's not good. These militia do offer plus 50% damage versus heavy. They do 50% less damage versus villagers, so the French villagers can engage some militia. I don't think I've ever had said that before. French militia are the counter to these militiamen. We've got, looks like 4 obelisk guns, which is very good, but maybe not enough. They do less damage versus villagers as well, so the villagers are a good complement to pikemen in this situation, I guess. And towns that are quicker goes on down. Obelisk guns taking some severe damage. The French villagers do offer 11 damage at range. The Ottoman villagers do offer good 10 damage in melee. So, but it's sort of hard to use your villagers in combat. Pikemen stabbing the villagers. Pikemen actually lose to villagers of 1v1 combat. 10 damage versus 8. Because clearly the Second Amendment is supreme. Pikemen taking out the villagers. The villagers, of course, do have 20% melee resist. Oh wait, don't villagers usually have 40% melee resist? No, the French villagers do have 40% range resist. And most Ottoman villagers are slightly weaker since they're free. Not sure. Ottoman players down to 4 villagers, and I think they may be chatting at this moment. Because the Ottoman players definitely lost the game. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward now. I don't think... Yeah, he has 0 villagers left in the field, so the game's over. He's going for another town center here. Going for ship wood. And his opponent is collecting up food from these ostriches, so the French economy is existing, which is more than the Ottoman economy. Let's spot the town center there. Clean up the wood with a single villager, which could give him another town center. He does get another round of militia. In which, as I mentioned beforehand, the French villagers are a good counter to the militia. It says they do 50% less damage, so they're doing 12 versus 13 or 11. They have 40% range resist and 160 health versus the grading health of these. So yeah, the French villagers are... Oh, he's just stealing the wood. He's just stealing the wood. Okay, that's sort of funny. Yeah, very funny, I should say. Well, that's one to deny the shipments. Just simply collect them before your opponents do. Just simply, if your opponent goes for mass shipments, just simply walk villagers through their town center and just start collecting them all up, I guess. No place of worship there, and the Autumn player does back the game. This is Great saying, thank you for watching, and on the next replay. As I mentioned beforehand, that was my last replay, alright? Yep, that is my last replay. So everyone, thank you for watching, have a good evening, and get some good rest. Enjoy.